Hello and welcome to Scrolling with Ceazor. Today is August 26, 2026. Okay, so taking a quick look at the charts, and then I've got a lot of tweets for you today. I'm trying to try to rip through these quickly because there's a lot of them, okay? So charts look okay today. Everything's mostly sideways, less than 1% up or down. BTC is down, ETH is up less than 1%. Sonic is up 7%. Ooh. That looks pretty good. Gold is down 1%. Hype is up one and three quarters. The stocks are pretty sideways. Let's take a quick look at my my positions. Yeah, that was a good entry on this beefy on base one on Meta. Google, I'm down on that one, but I think I'm safe with there. Tesla's looking okay. And AMD is looking okay as well. How's Pendle looking? Up quite a bit on my Pendle open as well. So that's it. Let's kind of swing over to the charts or the tweets and get some news. But as always, it's no financial advice. It's just me talking about what I think about what I read. Okay, so here is an opportunity to loop your Curve Bold LP on. So liquidity is Bold, USDC, LP on Curve. You can throw it into Tangent and loop it up a bunch and get around 34% APR. Yeah, so you can check that, do a little deeper digging into that. There are some other options as well, as like FXUSD, REUSD, S dollar, REUSD, and CRVUSD. So a lot of looping there to get some juicy yield if that's something you want to do. Okay, so Alchemix has raised their transmuter caps on mainnet, so you can. It's a fixed rate. It's like a bond. This is really a good idea to look at and think about. I've already run through one round of these myself. So you deposit ALUSD. So you would go to, how you would do this is you would go to you would get some USDC or something, right? You would buy ALUSD and deposit it into these fixed rate, or you can just one-click zap through it in. But it's good to understand what's happening underneath. So you buy ALUSD or buy ALETH, deposit it in here, and in 6 months it converts 1-to-1 into a ETH or USDC. But the thing is, AL assets are below peg, so you can buy them below 1-to-1 and get them 1-to-1 in 6 months. So check it out. Okay, this is pretty interesting. So you're going to read through this entire article. Basically what it is you open up session keys, and you can, on Sonic, they're bundling transactions by default. So the actual chain itself is producing the technology for protocols to then utilize this technology to bundle their transactions into a single click. So you open up a session, and then it just goes through all the steps for you. I've seen this many times in Flying Tulip, whereas you want to buy the Flying Tulip US dollar token, then you would want to stake that Flying Tulip US dollar token to get APR. So that's two transactions, but there are two approvals as well. So all four of those transactions happen with one click, and you can see them happening one by one. So it's pretty interesting. You can read through all of this and kind of see what's going on. It's like I would definitely dig a little bit deeper. As you can see, Beats has decided to look deeper into this. Bundling by default has a nice ring to it. One signature, one transaction, one outcome soon. So as you can see here are what would be bundled in this specific transaction. So approve the relayer, which is basically open the session key, approve the relayer for MBeats position, approve Beats, approve STS, create MBeats position, and add liquidity. So all of these kind of bundled transactions would be then one click, okay? And we would get to maintain our approvals. And the approvals only like what is required to get this transaction done. You're not max approving all of your tokens to some bundler. Okay, moving on. So Frax Finance is retweeting this Atlas thing, okay? You can open up the Atlas thing and get a better understanding of what it is. But basically, we can read the like aggregated trading, liquidity, and settlement, a universal backend built to power the future of global markets. So what does Frax have to say about this? Atlas is a headless exchange backend for 24/7 global markets, any venue, any asset, any market, built for SEX level execution with on-chain settlement. So this is pretty interesting. Now, why does Frax care about this? Well, first of all, Frax has always used Layer 0 as their bridging solution. Well, they also have their own bridge as well, but they're using Layer 0, and they run their own validator on the Layer 0 network as well. So they set up their stuff properly with from day one with Layer 0. Now, with Frax's take, Atlas is powerful because the infrastructure disappears into the product. So then you don't see bridging, you don't see arbitraging different liquidity across different chains. It kind of all happens. And this is how we think of FRX USD2, the default stablecoin layer underneath on-chain markets, powered deeper liquidity, better collateral, and more productive user experiences. So yeah, check this out, open up the article, read through it, get a better understanding of what's going on. It's a longer one, but I think it's worth understanding. Gabriel Saprio, Lexnode, he's talking here about dual token equity problem. People don't like that, there's token and stocks for a product. They don't like it because they want, I want all my powers in the token because I'm a degen and I buy the token, I don't buy the stocks, right? But what he's saying here is that it's going to get much more popular, these dual tokens. Why? Because some investors only want stocks. Some investors want tokens. Tokens give you instant liquidity. Stocks generally give you liquidity much slower. So they can sell stocks and then they can sell tokens, and they can use that liquidity to kind of arbitrage those two instruments, right? But what is he saying here? So you'll get both stocks and liquidities. A lot of people will want to do both here. Tokens cannot be right-bearing, and serious investors will want to own stock purchased in NVCA-style deals. I don't know what this is, NVCA-style deals, but basically we can kind of think of it as like a suit deal. Like big money wants like some insurances, some SEC like oversight, some deeper looking, some ability to sue people easily. They want this stuff, right? So, but he says every effing business will be on chain and it will be beautiful. So it's kind of like, if you can't beat them, join them in some ways. But at the same time, we're seeing more and more adoption into crypto from institutions, and we got to kind of like bring them in slowly and carefully and like hold their hand, so to speak. And here's a good example. Okay, so the next 3 tweets talk about stocks on chain. I'm liking stocks on chain as I show you every day. I'm LPing stocks all over the place on Robinhood and on Base, right? But here we have Ondo. Ondo is now done $18 billion in cumulative trading volume. So they do stocks on mainnet and $18 billion of volume so far. Robinhood apparently is up to 1.5 billion so far, and they're not even like a month old. Yeah, so he's like, to builders, LPers, and everyone in the trenches, thank you. So that's me. I'm LPing on chain, so that's fantastic. I'm taking part of this. I want you to trade stocks because I'm LPing them and I want your volume. Okay, so please join me in that. Kemens is looking at both at Base and Robinhood, and he's got some thoughts on this. If you see, Base recorded 1 billion DEX volume for 8 consecutive days. Now that's not exclusively stocks. That's all Base volumes. That's also all the shit coins, as well as all the ETH and BTC, WBTC LPs and arbitragers and stablecoin arbitrage and all that. But 1 billion DEX volume in 8 days on Base, which is pretty cool. So Robinhood Chain has already built building something towards the same idea. Worth watching. Which one actually wins a dog? Okay, so Base launched Apple, Nvidia, Meta, and Google this week, backed 1-to-1, usable as DeFi collateral. So yeah, you can check this out. Robinhood's pushing as well as Base. They're competing for adoption. Who will win? I don't know. I think Robinhood has a different set of users than Base. Base is more of us, the degens, the crypto natives who are going to use Base. There are of course people who use Coinbase, the centralized exchange, and now they can kind of participate in it as well. They're funneled into Base to buy stocks on chain. But Robinhood has all the OG TradFi Robinhood users who don't even really care about crypto and don't think about crypto, and they're just trading stocks, and they might end up, I hope their app kind of starts settling stocks on chain, which I don't think they will, but if they did that, they would definitely boost their volume heavily. So in other news, Coinbase has done this. This is really interesting and cool. Okay, so crypto-backed mortgages have moved in. Borrowers in the USA can now use Bitcoin as collateral for a down payment without having to sell it or face margin calls. Coinbase members can get up to $10,000 back in closing. Plus, Coinbase One members get up to $10,000 back at closing. So yeah, you can do that if you are a burger man. You can dig into this, buy a house, use your Bitcoin to collateralize your loan, and I assume it's under collateralized. I hope so. If it's not, then there's no point. You can do it manually then, but it would be nice if you could do it under collateralized. So use your credit as well as your Bitcoin to buy a house. Moving on. So this new thing that I came across today that I'm going to start digging into and looking. So Pendle dropped this tool where you can arbitrage funding rates with a single click using this CrossX and borrow their tech of Boros. Boros is something I haven't looked at deeply, and I need to. I've got the docs ready to go. I'm gonna start reading it. As you can see, it's that's not the docs, but maybe this is the docs. No, so I've got the docs somewhere, and I'm gonna read through them, and maybe I'll make a snack sandwich video for you guys on what's going on here. But basically, this is arbitraging funding rates of different perp trading places: Hyperliquid, Binance, Gate, these kinds of stuff. So I'm going to look at it and I'll make a video and you can kind of understand it better. So I made this video a little while ago, August 19th, last week, right? And they retweeted me out today, so I thought I would just share it and retweet it again. It's a place where you can put your Pax Gold and they will sell options for you and give you the premiums. Okay, so you can check that out. It turns your gold, Pax Gold, into a yield-bearing RWA. So you can take a look at it. You can watch my video, better understand what's going on. I have a full flowchart style video for you to look at. Last thing, the APRs on Liquidity's S-Bold have boosted quite a bit. I don't exactly know why, but you can LP on Pendle as well and get all kinds of juice there as well. S-Bold yield, AMM fees, Pendle incentives. Yeah, check it out. I think it's a pretty good idea to look at this and think about it. That's it for today. I hope this has been interesting and useful, and thank you for listening, and goodbye.